All this started after my second daughter was born, which is now pretty much 2 months ago. Life became more about just getting through the day. I told myself that after this Sabbath, that we gonna get back on track.
All right. All right. We're finally here. We're finally here. It's been a long time coming, guys, but now we're about to start this reaction thing, this YouTube thing. I've been trying to progress towards making YouTube content for a minute now. Those of you who have been keeping in touch, you know I'm taking it serious this year. Personal branding 101, and now we're doing reactions. I watch a lot of content, like all of us, and I would like to believe I watch a lot of interesting content. Of course, my content journey, and I'm talking consumption, it has gone through its phases, but now I feel like I'm at a place where I'm indulging in healthy content consistently. Content that makes me a better person. No more am I indulging in the toxic stuff. I'm watching insightful content that gives value, and I would like to share that with you. I would like us to watch this content together. I would like us to go through this content together. Because most of them are thick in food for thought. Most of them are abundant in topics and opportunities of reflection and analysis. And I would like to do that with you. So welcome to my channel. Welcome to Lord Storm's channel. Lord Storm Reactions. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Or Storm's Reactions. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Still rough. Even this is unscripted. I'm just going to watch a video. We are going to watch a video by Young Don Reborn. If you know who he is, drop a comment below. Me and this guy have... it's been a journey. The ones that know will know that he's been a big bro to a lot of young black men. Born from Jamaica, raised in the US, his journey's been very interesting. Very interesting. I urge you to check it out. He was an amazing dude, but now he's a father and he is married, bro. Let's see what he has to say about being a black man, 28-year-old black man, getting married and having 2 children. Let's go.
Hi, baby. Bubbles. Bubbles.
Man, look at this guy, man. That's an adorable little. Look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy. He's a straight up body, damn. Yeah. The baby yogurts be hidden. But they be slap you. Bruh. I guess he's babysitting today, huh?
So it's 9 a.m. and it's Friday. The Sabbath starts today. My wife is tired. She was up all night with baby number 2. So I'm gonna try be helpful and clean up the living room in the baby's area.
That's a good man right there, huh? And all the ladies are going crazy. He's helping with the baby. He's married.
Of course, as soon as it's clean, she's ready to play. Hey, baby. Hi. Say hi. My wife tried to get me with this. She tried to. I had a dream about this last night, that this was true, but we're good. We need a break. We need a break.
From what?
Now we're taking a play break.
Man, this dude has been through so many phases, and it's quite interesting because he has gone through so many phases. Like, he got on the scene pretty early, and he grew into himself. Mans used to do, and he still does low key, very creative and very funny animations. And and it's just an interesting dude, man. And to see him at this point growing, and because he's social media nowadays, you're able to grow with the person and see what they're doing year after year. But to see the role he has taken of being a responsible father after being an adolescent, a young dude, essentially, blonde dreadlocks, braces, he's gone through all of that. And now he's young. Just goes to show that people can grow, man. The person that you think you are right now, gonna look back and it's going to be black and white one day. I'm sure egg texts are one of the weirdest things for a child.
She loves her bubbles.
And you love your bubbles. Imagine doing chores with a child, man.
So wife is making some steaks. We're gonna go ahead and put this beef, lay it out, make some beef jerky, the dehydrator. We make our own beef jerky. She's learning how to walk in shoes. So according to the word of God, we're not supposed to eat the fat of the animal. And so if you can see it, I got all the pieces of the steak, the ribeye that have the fatty pieces on it. You know, I don't eat that. I cut it off, I throw it away. So when you eat steak, make sure not to eat the fat.
Can we just talk about the importance of having dogs at home? Like, it feels like a waste, innit? I grew up with dogs at home, and excess food, yeah, that's an opportunity right there. Especially like prime cuts like fat. You can make delicious dog cuisine with that, and my dogs used to love that. They used to love this mismatch of different meats and different bones and different just snacks, man. And to just throw it away feels like a waste. Oh man, but that just must be the most therapeutic thing ever. Like, wow. Being a girl that,
So as you can see, I spend quite a bit of time taking care of my daughter.
Being a girl dad, man, that's one thing. I'm not a father. I don't have any children yet. But the concept of being a father to a baby girl, I think majority of us dudes, it gets us right there. It's like, just imagine this fragile, adorable, soft doll, and you are her armor, you are her sword, you are her everything. Up until she tells you, Dad, I'm no longer your baby girl anymore. I have opinions.
Shit.
The everyday routine for me. It's not easy, man. I'll be honest, it's not easy. But it is rewarding. It's a new challenge, a new experience for me. Truth be told, when we just had the one daughter, we have two now, a 15-month and a 2-month-old. When we just had the one, I now realize how little I actually had to help. I really do need to give my wife more credit. I didn't realize how little help she was asking for. So I get to spend a lot of time with my daughter. It's an interesting season of my life. I had to make
One of the most I cherish the opportunity to be a present father, a present parent. I cherish that, man, because it's a privilege to be able to sustainably take care of your family and still be able to be there for your children. You know, having time to actually grow with your children. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I had a very present mom. She was a stay-at-home mom. And my dad went to work. But I never felt that void in my family. He was a very present man. Very present. He wasn't, and this is a topic for another day of how our parents seldom have thick networks of friends or acquaintances. He is still both alive, thank God. He's a very extroverted man, but he prefers the family space over being outside. This is one of the most important things I came to understand about him, that he's fundamentally a family man. Men like that would rather spend their Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays sitting at home the whole day, just and not just lounging or passively being at the corner in his bedroom, but being with the children, watching their stories and their movies, recapping on the weeks, just doing father-children things. And that's amazing. And my mom was always there, man. And she was there when I left. She was there when I woke up. She was there when I went to sleep. She was very present. I had a very present support system and a very present family line. And it's a privilege. It's a privilege. And for his daughters as well, his children, to be able to grow up. And that's one of the best things about modern society, is that you can really make a career at home. You don't have to be going out there and doing all of that. If you establish a healthy work-life balance, you can actually do a lot of things at home. And be present for not only your children, but your primary partner or partners as well. It's quite beautiful.
few sacrifices. Haven't been working out. And I've been drinking a lot of beer. So that dad bod really, I'm flirting with it. I've been drinking quite a bit of beer, I think. Don't believe I'm falling into drunkenness though. Still working 8 to 10 hours a day. Still treating my wife with love and respect. Still taking care of business. It's just, I suppose my little reprieve from being a W streamer and a W dad.
Can we just talk about that, man? He says that he's been drinking a lot of beer lately. And let's just be honest. We can understand why he's doing that. One of the things that come with actually being a present parent is that you are not afforded the luxury of not being there for the hard days and the hard times. When you are there in every single moment. And I'm speaking from hypothesis and perspective because I'm not a father again, but I can imagine the pushback that comes with raising children. And children are not easy to raise, man. Let's just be honest. Bro. They cry, they get sick, they're so fragile, and they can even be costly. And those pressures, I'm sure, weigh on a man. You have to have systems put in place. You have to have systems put in place to help you manage the woes, the ebbs and the flows of life. Cue, substance. All of us have our choice on poison. Perhaps the word poison is not an accurate one because medicine is more appropriate. One of the biggest things that I champion is awareness of self. Meditation, journaling awards you that self-introspection. Self-introspection, that's not correct. Introspection. To be able to assess oneself. You'll be able to tell why you're doing certain things. Why I'm smoking this blunt. Why he's drinking this beer. Why you're going to the gym so hectically. Why you're not going to the gym. Why are you binging? Why are you not sleeping? Why do you want the things you want? Why do you want wealth? Why do you want status? Why do you want that degree? Introspection allows you that. And it even allows you a healthy position. A healthy relationship with your poison.
Sorry. That was bad. Anyway, about to stream right now.
Let's get it. He's a streamer.
Same way. This sounds, gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally they. I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible, so that they can control people in a way, and that it's.
This is like, even Nick, look at his face, bro. Even he's like,
I like his setups. So Don streams, and I think he's letting it recently on YouTube, and now he's been streaming him drawing. He usually just does streams of reactions, and yeah, I like what he's a digital animator, digital artist, and as I said, he's recently starting to stream again or to draw again, and he's streaming that. And look at his setup. As someone that's this is literally my first reaction video. I still have a lot to learn. The sound might not be coming off the way it has to. The lighting might not be as possible. You know, the backgrounds, but one day at a time. But look at this. Because I'm also a designer. I'm also an artist. I want to do that. And I would like to just chill with you guys, you know, listen to a podcast, draw. Because this is my setup, this is my office. Might as well just chill here and do what I do. And if I can link up with you guys at the same time, then you can just listen to what I'm listening to. You could just chill. If you're doing something as well, like maybe you're working, you're designing, you know, just put it on and let's just chill. If you have any comments, you drop it in the comments, you know, super chats and all of that. Maybe we can do lives together, you know, or just discussions and get to know each other, man. So I like what he's doing. Let's see what he's saying.
and what is this woman saying right now? Bro, when the white supremacist is like, is she really saying this right now? Like, you gotta be like, you are really messing up.
Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah. Okay. we should get our women flowers. Y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all ain't talking about the importance of the bouquet of flowers, man. A bouquet of roses. Buy those flowers, bro. I love them. Manscaping 101, bro. Esh, but the boys and the beards, bro. I'm looking at you, Neil. I'm looking at you. Yeah, y'all niggas, bro. Look at the full beard. Like, why does it start from here, like, all the way, dog? Then bridge up into the mustache, like. But you know what? I ain't even trip. I kinda like my goatee. You know, my stash is gonna come in eventually. I'll just be chilling, dog, because I don't think it's in my blood. Maybe my kids, because my own is like gang years, or maybe my kids might. But me, my dad and my grandpa, it's just good. Y'all niggas, bro. Manscaping is the shit though. Definitely have to upgrade my kit for something that I can just use to periodically just trim. Face manscaping is actually important as well. Like as far as shaving goes and trimming. I don't think it's good for you to always do it at the barber. So far my barber has been doing it for me. But I have a machine, but it's not as smooth as the one that he's using now. It's not as smooth as the one my barber has. So I have to get myself that. Gents, invest in machines. Invest in a toolkit for yourself, bro. I'm not talking just for cutting and trimming your hair, but I'm talking nails, cuticles, and there. Get yourself filers and tweezers and actually do that shit yourself. Like, of course, periodically go, get yourself a nice gel and coating. But generally speaking, you should have that type of equipment at home. It's akin to having a leather mat and then, a power tool. I'll show you mine at some point. She's talking about a dad bod, but I ain't seeing it. Don't cry, so don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, man. That's just gonna give me the cries, bro.
So as you can see, we got all of our cleaning products on the counter because my daughter keeps opening these and taking them out, and of course, they're dangerous chemicals. So I got a little something. We got some invisible cabinet latch locks. Haven't tried this brand before, not sponsored, but if it works, good. I'll let you know for any, young parents out there. Her feet are on the ground. That's not even for her. That's her little sister. But she's the one that uses it. Oh, you slipped off?
Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. But yeah. I'm so adorable. Kawaii.
About to heat up some burgers that the wife cooked before the Sabbath. We got a brand new toaster oven. The microwave broke. Instead of replacing the microwave, we just decided to get a toaster oven because it's healthier. For the baby, she's gonna be getting this egg bite. It's eggs, mushrooms, cheese.
I don't like microwaves, bro. I don't trust that shit.
This was worth it. It was worth it to switch from the microwave to the toaster oven for sure.
Yeah, it's just hungry,
It
bro.
was the wife's idea. So how it works is actually pretty simple, pretty easy to install. It glues onto the back and you push this down. And so when you go to put it in, as you can see, it's hidden. Push it down, it goes under. Supposedly it can withstand 25 pounds of pulling force. So should be enough to keep the kiddo out and then to open it. Yeah, I like this. I definitely recommend it for anybody with kids who, don't want to stay out of the cupboards. So no Sabbath is perfect without some Bible study.
So the wife and I are about to get into the Word, study, pray, and move on with the day.
That's beautiful, man. Me and my
Right? You think her.
my woman and I do Bible studies, but to be honest, we should be doing them a little more. But we try, man. We try. We do it like every Sunday, you know. We do Bible studies before we watch anime movies, because that's also a big culture. Like, I love animated movies, like OG anime movies. Like, I'm talking Studio Ghibli in the 90s, in the 18s, like all of that. So Bible study is something to do as well. Theology is interesting. Religion is interesting as a subject for me, and the Bible, like the Quran, like the Torah, they are valuable and they should be understood and studied, at least from someone who values thought and systems of worship and human expression, man, and philosophy. So definitely I'm intrigued and definitely gonna be doing that a little more often. But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's good bonding as well.
And said, okay, and this is a woman, for she was taken from man. This is why a man leaves his father and his mother and bonds with his wife, and they become one flesh. Because it was one. Both the man
It's
and his
also
wife
the-
were naked. Yet
It's also the advice that you get, the life lessons you get from these type of books. Very, very, very insightful.
felt no shame. So
Oh, straight into nudity, sex, smoking, and violence, huh? Society that we live in, I swear. Go from reading the Bible to Black Mirror. That is a whole piece. Man, this season was just morbid. What the fuck? It was just me. Because every other episode was just dark, man. Like, I don't think there was one with a good ending. The first, I ain't gonna try and spoil it, but if you're gonna watch it, just go there. Just go there with a lot of good energy.
Of spicy beef jerky that she is just munching on at 1 year old.
It's windy everywhere, I see.
All this started after my second daughter was born, which is now pretty much 2 months ago. Life became more about just getting through the day.
Wow,
But I told myself that after this Sabbath, which ended last night, yesterday evening, that we gonna get back on track.
yes, sir. A man needs that, man. I know everyone needs it, but a man needs to work out. You need to put in some work, man. You need to put in something. It could be anything. You need to do something, bro. Because at the end of the week, after all of that, like, imagine being a father, a 28-year-old father, stay-at-home dad to 2 daughters. One is still a child, and the other one literally is 2 months old. The house is, it's a war zone. It's hectic. And if you don't have anywhere to release all of that pent-up anger and aggression, I mean, I'm not saying like these things, you know, it's so bad to be a father, but that tension builds up. You know, you need to go and exert yourself physically, do something. I think it's healthy, bro. What dead boy was
The
saying
wife and
something
baby
about?
are still asleep, so I'm gonna be keeping my voice down. Sit.
This is what I'm talking about, man. It's like he drinks beer, but look at how fit he is. There are stoners out there that live healthy lifestyles. Healthy lifestyles. You know. And of course I'm biased against alcohol. I prefer Mary Jane over it, but so long as you're making it make sense, man. Don't let it ruin your health. Don't let it ruin your disciplines. Don't let it ruin your life. They caution against drunkenness in the Bible, not drinking alcohol. And same reasoning could be applied to MJ, no? If you're smoking for meditation, insight and healing, you won't overdo it. You won't chase it for the sheer dopamine. Every single blunt will be a prayer. It's just me.
Birth of my youngest daughter, something that I have allowed to fall away is my workout routine. I have not worked out with any degree of consistency in 2 months. I haven't been eating great. I've been indulging in beer and wine. And as a result, physically, I am not where I know I can be, obviously. So I told myself that once this last Sabbath ended, that I'm turning a new leaf and I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with all the things that I got going on without sacrificing my fitness or my diet. And if I can consistently get great sleep as well, that's all I can ask for. So let me show you guys my current.
Let's talk about naps, but before that, I have to commend Young Don. One thing that I want us to also do is to give ourselves props where props is due. I've come to realize that our lives, especially if it's successfully designed and it makes sense and it's clearly thought out, you'll realize that you only have a couple of core things that you need to take care of on a daily basis to live a honorable, impactful, and successful life. And these things depend on your definition of success. Success as a template is the progressive realization of worthy goals. Worthy goals is subjective. My worthy goals may not be the same as his, but progressively realizing and optimizing yourself to reach those goals is what success is. So doing these things in repetition consistently for me is what determines a healthy life. And what I want to commend the boy for is that even though he's saying that among his top, because it sounds like that means his physique, his fitness including diet, and his sleep, his rest, they're up there as far as importance. But I can tell you that just from my perspective, another big thing that could be there is his family. Another huge thing that could be there is his work. Social media is his bread and butter from my understanding, and that's a consistent game. You have to post consistently, even if you reach his status, which is decent. He doesn't have to post as much as I have to post, but he still has to be there. He still has to keep the pulse going, and he's been doing that consistently. I'm sure he's been a good father and a good husband, as he's showing us that he's been helping out. And now as a result, would you look at that, his fitness and his rest are compromised. Yes, try to correct it as much as possible, find the balance. However, if you can look back and see that among the top components out there, I have 2 or 3 that I'm doing consistently. 2 or 3 that I'm doing consistently, and that's worth something, See that and be like, okay, you know what, it's not bad. I just have to work on these ones, and these ones will follow suit. Cue in the scoreboard, something to remember for my next videos. I'll explain what a scoreboard is and how it helps you keep track of those important components.
Zeke status just so that we can track it together. Maybe it can motivate some of you to get it in shape as well. Ultimately, if anybody is consistent and disciplined with working out, diet, and sleep, they can get in amazing shape.
I agree. He's never been shy to do this, eh? To actually like document his progress. Every single time he reaches plateaus, he does this. Maybe I should do it as well, to show you what this game has been looking like, calisthenics and all of that. Well guys, it was amazing, man. I think Young Don is done with us. Definitely not the last time we watch his content, and thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe, man, hit that like, drop a comment, you know, anything really. Just know that this is about to be consistent and we're about to level it up. Any mistakes that you're going to see in this phase, bear with me. Communicate, tell me what I can improve so that we can get better quality content. We're in this together. It's the new wave, man. It's a new wave. We're out here, the creators. We're out here, young African minds, young African minds, man, young brilliant minds. We are here and we want to be heard. We want to have a voice and we want to step up and say, I have a perspective that I want to share. I have a perspective that I want to share. And I know that you guys are going to allow me to do that. Alright. That's me. I don't have a goodbye catchphrase yet, so I'm just gonna say peace.